Welcome. You don't have to be a hero. You may feel like your essence, your maybe even your whole identity revolves around you being a hero in the eyes of the people around you. And that can be very, very, very gratifying, especially being needed, being appreciated, and being considered a hero, of course. However, you have to see and really understand and recognize the whether or not, because maybe you're not, but whether or not you are sacrificing yourself and prioritizing that being seen as the hero rather than your own well-being. And if you are prioritizing the hero personality, I want to say it's not necessary. Is it not necessary for you or for others? You answer. It's not necessary for you because you can, I want to say you have to, even though I don't believe in forcing, pushing these things, but understanding why they're not flowing spontaneously, yes, maybe. But I'm gonna say you have to, meaning understand why it's not flowing spontaneously, or you're not flowing spontaneously and doing this spontaneously already. And now I've lost the train of thought, of course. You have to understand why you prioritize it so much, why it's necessary, and why you cannot be your own hero and you cannot show up for yourself in the same way you show up for others. Because your own self is probably waiting for just that. And the things, like the little beings we talked about in the last video, they are probably there because of this, because you are requested to show up for yourself like you show up for others. And by showing up, I mean respecting the rhythms, like your own true, most authentic rhythms. And to understand, to show up and respect your rhythms requires to understand them before and recognize them and see them before you can actually respect them. And it's really a journey of exploration to be able to do that, to be able to really, really notice even the ick of moving at the wrong rhythm, the wrong pace. Because sometimes we are so used to doing that, to move at a certain rhythm, which we believe is the standard or our kind of reference. We're so used to moving at that rhythm, but our own rhythm wouldn't move like that. And I'm not saying, of course, to quit your job and move at your own pace and rhythm all the time. I'm saying when you can, notice when you can do it, but you're not. And in those moments, don't force to accelerate or slow down or change the rhythm, but just notice, like, oh, I'm doing this thing at this certain speed or in this certain order, but I find it weird, or I feel a certain resistance in doing it like that. Automatically I would do it like this, but I was taught to do it like that, so I'm doing it like this. Those moments, if you have certain moments like that, don't force yourself to suddenly move to the way that you would do it automatically. Just notice that you're not doing it the way you would do automatically, but you're doing it the way you were taught. And these are two, it's an important distinction between two different sides. And I'm not saying, like, sometimes these two things, fortunately, they are aligned. Like, sometimes we truly are lucky enough to being taught things in the way that we would do them, or these two things, they are aligned. Some other times they're not, and that is, these two things, they can coexist, them being aligned and them not being aligned, because every person is different. If you were taught by a parent, if you were taught by society in general, if you were taught by a teacher, by any authority figure in your life, everyone is different. And the person that, if it's a person who taught you, they were probably taught that way. And it's just about noticing and exploring oneself, I believe, and just finding it interesting that we are doing things either one way or another. And I am sure, I really try not to say this because I feel like it's always dangerous and I always want to be like safe with the things that I say, but I am sure that when you start noticing these things, learning about yourself, and just exploring yourself and finding yourself interesting, you automatically start to respect your rhythms a little bit more. So it's not something, respecting your rhythms is not something that you do actively. Like, there's no list of steps that you do to respect your rhythms. I think it's just in noticing what they are and where you are, how you would do something, what's comfortable for you. To give you an example, I don't know, cooking something. There's, apart from certain things, of course, there's many ways to achieve the same result. And if you were taught to do steps 1 through 4 in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've been doing it ever since like that, you achieve the result and you're fine. You think, for how your brain works, you think, maybe I want to do step 2 first and then step 1, 3, and 4. because I feel more comfortable in doing it like that, and it just flows better like that. So this is what I mean. If you can translate and transfer this example into your daily life and daily tasks or whatever, just explore yourself, because I can guarantee, and this I'm not afraid to say and to be unsafe in saying this, I can guarantee you that you are so interesting to explore, so fun to just watch and witness, and just so pleasant to just see how your brain works, like how your brain truly works, not what you've been taught. To just rediscover yourself as you are, like if you were a kid and an adult observing that kid, but you are both the adult and the kid, of course. I can guarantee you're so fun, so interesting, and there's so much to discover, to find out, to study, to analyze, to understand why. So much fun.